unforeseen circumstances. Unforeseen, that's what we're going with? All right, I'll go with that. I will say this. I didn't even realize, in the midst of all of the hoopla, the back and forth, the celebrity drama, celebrity smokage, I didn't even realize that the concert was supposed to be this soon. Like today? I thought, look, this whole 50 Cent Big Meech situation all started about 3 weeks ago, something like that. I'm looking at my YouTube videos 3 weeks ago. The last time I mentioned 50 Cent before this was 3 weeks ago. He was talking about the Cameron and Jim Jones jump off, right? And within the same week, I posted a video that said Big Meech flexing with Rick Ross. Does that mean him and 50 Cent? Never mind. So 3 weeks. This all started with, as stated, Big Meech flexing with Rick Ross. In that video, they was talking about this concert. This was the first time I heard about this concert in that video. So y'all thought, I'm just saying, like, it takes longer to promote a successful event than 3 weeks. That's just what I'm kind of accustomed to. You need at least a month. And that's if you got a pretty strong grip on the market you're going for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember my birthday party. Like, I was able to pull my 50th birthday party. I was able to pull off a banging event in about a month, and maybe a month and a half. You know what I mean? And that's my birthday. Niggas know it's coming every month. I mean, every year. Pause. But yeah, Big Meech. So there's that. You know what I'm saying? Then all of this static jumps off with him at 50. All of the damage that starts getting done to the brand. I'm watching around. I noticed, like, I didn't notice this, but I heard it pointed out by somebody else. I believe it was Jordan Towers. Salute to him. He was peeping. It's like, none of the artists that were supposed to be performing there were promoting it. None of them. The only person talking about this concert besides Rick Ross and Big Meech don't really have a voice in this, because he not saying a whole bunch on the camera, was 50 Cent. And he wasn't saying much about the concert, not a smidget as much as he was talking about the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? The damaging things to the BMF name and brand and Big Meech. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's wild business. It's rocking, y'all. Welcome to the nation. I'm your host, your tour guide, president and king around here. The landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I mops the damn floor. With you, if you don't follow the rules. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. You know what I mean? Trying to be a taxpaying citizen of the nation and leave us a super thanks or a Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do y'all. You know what I mean? The Cash App tag will be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for it got all my mixtapes there. It's for all of y'all who rather hear me rap than to hear me yap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The mixtapes are there. Slang and Rock Volume 2 all the way back to Shell Shock, and and I got music on all streaming platforms too. Go check out the new video, Winning Circle, BCC, the Crownsville album. Got 3 videos off of that. We got 2 more about to hit from there too. Also, I'm about to be on Twitch. I'm gonna debut my new mixtape on Twitch. So you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna let y'all know the date in about a week. You know what I'm saying. And we're gonna have a little mixtape release party over on Twitch. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. What else? So yeah. I also saw another interesting video from from the homie Zip with the Drip, right? I think 50 actually posted it, but he was just like, yo, bro, everybody talking about the yeah, I mean, you heard all of this, that, and the third, but is anybody, he's like, he don't hear nobody mention, basically asking or holding Rick Ross accountable. You know what I mean? Because Rick Ross had to, he knew this was going to happen. He had to know this was going to happen. So he was just basically saying, like, this whole, it's Rick Ross' fault, is what he said. He's like, yo, this your fault, Rick Ross. Like, ain't nobody telling you this. I'm telling you this. It's your fault. You know what I mean? He's like, because they have been talking about this situation with Big Meech. They brought it up years ago, and it's like nobody cared. But because of the magnitude of the celebrity of 50 Cent, now that he's talking about it, everybody's talking about it. Everybody's listening. And if he wouldn't have been standing next to you, and you knew, and Rick Ross knew what it was. He knew what it was. You could call 50 you could call 50 whatever you want to call 50. Whether you think whether you think he a sucker for that or not, or whether you think he's standing on business. Like, I'll be reading the comments. I got, you know what I'm saying, I got mixed reviews in there in the comments about 50. But regardless, Rick Ross didn't just find out 50 was like that today. You understand what I'm saying? He knew that yesterday. He knew that last year. You understand what I'm saying? So he knew what was going to come of this situation with him, him flexing and flaunting and fronting with Big Meech. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care what nobody say. I can sense. I don't know if I stated this before, but body language is, communication is mostly nonverbal. I forget what the percentage is, but it's a high percentage of nonverbal communication. And with Big Meech, the way his body language pause was pause protesters, get your ass out of here. His body language was saying, it had a certain amount of nah. Aha. I'm standing with Rick Ross, and what? It had a certain amount of that in it, along with a certain amount of, you can clearly see that he enjoys delight. I agree with that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's evident in in the legend, the legacy of him when they was hot, and him and Terry, like him and his brother, like as the legend goes, Terry wanted to be more private and Big Meech wanted to be more boisterous, more on the front line. It was, the billboard in Atlanta was his idea, as the legend goes. I mean, as I understand it. You know what I mean? So, he never got to the point that he probably wanted to get to. He was trying to legitimize himself to a certain extent back then. You know what I'm saying? He never made it to that point. But he wanted to legitimize himself on camera. So I say all that to say he felt it. Look, you could see that he was happy to be on camera with Rick Ross. You know what I mean? Just for the sake of the fact that he was on camera with Rick Ross promoting a big thing where it was going to be all about him. You understand what I'm saying? It was going to be a ginormous extravaganza in honor of him. And I could also sense a little bit of FU50 in his energy in that video. So, and that, I guess is some of what Zip with the Drip and Jordan Towers was touching on. And I agree with pause. I agree with that. I agree with those sentiments wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? But yeah. I don't know. I guess that's all I got for y'all. But this is interesting. Again, I'm you know what? I'm gonna put this at the end of all of these videos on this topic. Every video where we talking about rich niggas beefing, I'm saying, bruh, we under attack right now. It's as clear as day. You know what I'm saying? And we always talking about what we gonna do. We could do. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to do this. Unification, in my opinion. I mean, everybody feels like everybody agrees across the board. You know, of course, across our board, that we need to unify. But some of us, some of us feel as if we do unify, they gonna start clipping us. I'm not mad at that kind of thinking as well, right? But we got to do something, right? And we need money. Niggas talk about the Black Wall Street, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And what they do, they burn it down. What Black Wall Street didn't have was a defense team. What didn't have protection, a military, if I may. You understand what I'm saying? Wasn't his own country, couldn't have his own military. We need money to fix a lot of our problems, and you rich niggas got it. You understand what I'm saying? Like every day, it becomes more evident that the attack is on some niggas that look like us, or all niggas that look like us, and y'all publicly beefing with each other. Could we at least get a ceasefire? I ain't even asking niggas to not. I know niggas is gonna hate each other. I wouldn't like you. If I was either one of y'all, I wouldn't like the other one. I get it. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it'd be like, but we got bigger fish to fry. All of our fish are being fried. We the fish. Anyway, made us into this video. Let me give 4 peace signs. Yeah. Rock on. Rock on.